Hey everyone, I just got my hands on the LG 39-inch Ultragear OLED gaming monitor and let me tell you, it's a whole different ballgame compared to those cheap flat panels you see everywhere. Most budget monitors cut corners on color, motion, and build quality, but this one? It actually feels like you're playing inside the game instead of just looking at it. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. One of the first things that stood out was the screen itself. It's an OLED panel, so blacks are actually black, no backlight bleed, no grayish tint. I was playing a late-night horror game and the dark corners of the map were pitch black, not that fake dark gray you get on IPS or VA panels. That alone makes immersion way better. Plus, the 800R curvature wraps around your field of view, so you're not just seeing the game, you're in it. It's not subtle either. Once you go curved, going back to flat feels like watching TV from across the room. Then there's the speed. 240 Hz refresh rate with a 0.03 milliseconds response time means everything feels instant. I was playing a fast-paced shooter and the crosshair tracking was buttery smooth. No ghosting, no smearing, just pure clarity even during chaotic moments. And it's not just for shooters. Racing games felt more responsive too, like the car was directly tied to my controller without any delay. If you've ever dealt with motion blur on a 60 Hz monitor, you'll notice the difference immediately. Color accuracy is another big win. This monitor supports DisplayHDR True Black 400, so highlights pop without looking washed out. I was watching a movie with HDR content and the bright scenes had real punch, sunsets looked vibrant, neon signs glowed properly. It's not just for movies though. Games like Cyberpunk 2077 with HDR settings enabled looked stunning. The colors are so rich and deep, it's like the game world is alive in a way you don't get on standard monitors. I also appreciate the little extras. Built-in speakers? They're not going to replace a proper sound system, but for quick setups or late-night gaming without headphones, they're decent. The ultra-thin design looks sleek on the desk, and the anti-glare coating means you won't be squinting every time a light hits the screen. Oh, and it has USB Type-C with 90W charging, so you can power your laptop or console directly through the monitor. That's one less cable to deal with. Now, it's not perfect. OLED panels can suffer from burn-in if you leave static images up for too long, like those HUD elements in MMOs. LG's done a lot to mitigate it, but it's still something to be aware of. Also, the price tag is steep. This isn't a budget monitor by any stretch, so it's really for serious gamers or content creators who need top-tier performance. If you're just playing casual games or watching movies, you might not need all this power. All in all, the LG 39-inch Ultragear OLED is a premium experience. The immersion, speed, and color accuracy make it worth the investment if you're serious about gaming or content creation. Just keep in mind the burn-in risk and your budget before pulling the trigger. If you're curious, check out the link below. I'll leave it in the description so you can see the latest price and specs. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. For most buyers, the real question is not whether LG 39-inch Ultragear OLED Curved Gaming Monitor, WQHD 240 Hz, 0.03 milliseconds, NVIDIA G-Sync compatible, 800R Curvature, USB Type-C, DisplayHDR True Black 400 sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like OLED gaming monitor with 240 Hz and 0.03 milliseconds response and 800R curved display for immersive play actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like LG 39-inch Ultragear OLED Curved Gaming Monitor, WQHD 240 Hz, 0.03 milliseconds, NVIDIA G-Sync compatible, 800R Curvature, USB Type-C, DisplayHDR True Black 400 usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.